is there a consequence? Can we identify a consequence of a faster versus a longer lag time after that patient encounter for the likelihood the patient says, yeah, I would like to donate?
So were you able to determine what is kind of that sweet spot for a hospital, for an organization to make that ask of a person who'd been in in that facility?
Yes, and actually, you talk about a sweet spot, and that's because we talked about this tension between the two competing theories that you don't want to act too fast and seem grabby, right? Like, oh, this wasn't done out of the goodness of the organization's mission. It was just, all a ploy to get you to give us money as fast as possible. It's almost like a payment. And then the sort of, we want to capitalize on that feeling of gratitude. So we thought there might be sort of a U-shaped relationship, I should say, an upside down like it might be better to wait, a hump, to wait a little while, but not too long. And what we actually found is you can't act fast enough, essentially. In our data, we never saw anyone getting a mailing asking for a donation faster than 23 days after their encounter, but faster was simply better. We just saw that there was a pretty linear decline in giving, and basically every extra 30 days after an encounter you wait to contact a patient leads to a 30% decline in the likelihood that they will make a donation in response to that ask. So a really precipitous decline, and it continues over the whole course of the time that we were able to follow patients. They don't ask years later.
Right. Is that kind of, you think kind of the format that hospitals will take with all patients? And I only ask that because I think some people will react differently to being contacted, whatever the time is. Some people, no matter the time, will feel like, oh my God, it's another ask from the hospital. Or they're like, oh yeah, they did such a great job of taking care of me. Yes, let me write a check to them.
That's right. Not everyone is going to be affected, but it is remarkable that you'd see this 30% decay with every 30-day decline. That's a pretty huge effect. So it suggests that a lot of people are impacted by the time frame in which the ask is made. Now, I do want to be clear that, again, the fastest anyone was asked here and that anyone got a letter was at least 3 weeks after their encounter.
Thank you for listening to The Ripple Effect. We hope you found this episode informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review so that we can continue to bring you the best insight from the Wharton School.